Are you a perfectionist? Yes, I am talking to you, the person who thinks you need the perfect camera and the perfect microphone and the perfect backdrop and the perfect setup in order to start making YouTube videos to get clients. That mindset is exactly why most realtors will never get a lead from their YouTube channel, because the truth is, making videos has nothing to do with perfection. One of the students in my community does very little editing, very little over-the-top production. It's nothing fancy at all. And she was starting to get kind of down on herself because she felt like she wasn't doing everything right. And then she posted in our community yesterday, and I want to read exactly what somebody said on one of her videos. They left this comment on a public video that said, "Honestly, you don't get the recognition you deserve. You're helping people shape their lives and their future just because you're taking the time out of your day to post your content. Thank you." That is what can happen when you don't overthink it. I've coached so many realtors over the year who were terrified to make videos, but once they got out of their own head, they started getting leads faster than they ever thought possible. So today, I want to tell you what you really need to do so that you can get started on YouTube as fast as possible. So let's move on to step number 1. Don't overthink the gear. Your phone will be perfectly fine. I like to record with my webcam because I can sit at my desk. I can look at the webcam that's part of my computer. It's not a fancy external expensive webcam. It's the one that comes with my computer. And I can have a microphone that is plugged into the computer so that you can see me clearly, you can hear me, and that's it. It is a pretty low budget setup. If you prefer to record with your phone, that's great. Just make sure that you pick a microphone that is compatible with smartphones. Something that looks like this. It has a little clip on it. You just clip it onto your clothes. That will be perfectly acceptable. I'll link to this one down below because it's great quality and it was like $30. And it comes with a set of 2, so I can wear one, but if I'm interviewing somebody, they can have one as well. Now, side note, have you seen this trend now where people like to talk like this while they're recording? I had a student try it, and she did not do a test to see how it would sound before she recorded her entire 15-minute long video. And when she played it back, the audio quality was terrible because it was way too close to her mouth. And she also had it like this. It was in front of her face, and every like into the microphone was very, very loud. So if you're going to try that, I mean, just clip it on your shirt. I don't understand why, unless people just think it looks cool, but you're going to hold it away from your mouth and down a little bit, not right in front of your face. Then you're going to decide, I am going to speak to one specific type of person with this video that I'm making. I'm not talking to buyers and sellers. I'm not talking to first-time buyers and people that want to downsize from a great big house to a smaller house. I'm not talking to people that want to buy their first primary residence, and I'm also talking to people that want to buy an investment property. We're not talking to everybody on the same video. We're talking to one person with one problem. I've made so many videos about this, and I get so much pushback on it from the community. No, I want to talk to everybody. And then 6 months later, they come back and say, why am I not getting any leads from my channel? This is why. You need to talk to one person with one problem in every video that you make. So once you know who that one person is, we're going to come up with an idea for a very hyper local video idea. I've made videos before that were called, what is earnest money? How long does it take to close on a house? But that's not hyper local. That would apply to pretty much anybody in the Northern Hemisphere. So we don't want to make videos that are very, very broad that will get watched by people all over the world. It doesn't matter if your video goes viral and you get 50,000 views if nobody calls you and says, I would like to list my house for sale. Will you come over and give me a listing presentation? That is the goal. So we are going to make videos that are hyper local, and they are about real estate topics. They are not about the new restaurant that just opened town, a really fun dog park. We've got to make videos that show the person who clicks on it is interested in doing a real estate transaction. If I do an amazing video interviewing the guy who just opened the new barbecue restaurant in town, and someone watches that video, doesn't mean they want to buy or sell a house. It means they're really jonesing for some pulled pork. Now, by the way, if you want a shortcut, a little cheat sheet with all of the stuff that I'm telling you, there's a link down below. It's called The First 10 Steps to a Lead Generating YouTube Channel. Go ahead and download that. That's really going to help you figure out how to get into this as quickly as possible and not make all of the mistakes that I made when I first started my channel way back in 2015. So now you know what you're going to talk about and who you are talking to. We're going to sit down and start writing the outline, the script. What am I going to say in this video? The first 15 seconds of your video are so important. I cannot stress this enough. If you start your video in a way that does not grab their attention, it's boring, it doesn't jive with what the title of the video was, they feel like they've been tricked, and then they leave your video. So your title was interesting enough that they clicked on it, but then what comes out of your mouth next makes them go, ugh, no thanks. And they hit the back button and they're going to go watch something else. I never realized how important this was until about the last 3 years. Back in 2017, I could say anything I wanted in the first 30 seconds of my video and people would still watch it because I pretty much had no competition. I was one of the first people in my market to start making YouTube videos, and people found them and would watch them even though I wasn't that great on camera and I didn't necessarily say anything super interesting when the video first started. However, over the years, we started to see our retention going down and down and down. And it was like, why? Why won't people stick around and watch this video? And what it came down to were a couple of major mistakes that I was making, where I was introducing myself. I was telling everyone that I was a realtor and which brokerage I was with. I was asking them to like and subscribe and do all of these things. And 30 seconds into the video, I haven't started talking about anything of relevance yet. So they're like, really? You haven't said anything worthwhile, but you want me to subscribe to your channel? Yeah, I don't think so. That's not going to work here. So I want you to spend as much time writing the opening hook of your video as you do the rest of the entire video. It is that important. You need to reassure them that what they clicked on is exactly what you're going to deliver with this video. You're going to tease what's to come. You're not going to give them the answer to their question immediately. Otherwise, they'll say, cool, now I don't have to watch the rest of the video. Thanks. Whether you're going to film with your phone or your webcam, you want to have adequate lighting. Now, you don't need to start with a set like what I have. Remember, I've been doing this for 10 years now. I did not start this way. At the beginning, I faced my desk to the window so that I could open the curtains wide. And when I turned on my webcam to start recording, all of the natural light was coming in the window and illuminating my face. I didn't have any extra lights. It was simply sunshine. And you can get started that way too. And in fact, the best performing video on my channel right now has 150,000 organic views. And I did not have any lighting in that video. It was just the light coming in the window. And quite frankly, it was too bright. It was too sunny that day. So I look a little bit washed out. Did that prevent me from getting leads? No, it did not. So stop overthinking all of the stuff and the gear. People will still call you and email you and text you and go to your website and fill out forms if they resonate with your message. They really don't give much of a hoot about what your lighting looks like, as long as they can see you and you're not blurry. And then you're going to give this video a title that is extremely click-worthy. It is interesting. It creates curiosity, maybe a little bit of FOMO. Maybe it's polarizing. Maybe you're making a very bold claim. Maybe it's a little bit controversial. You're using language in the title of your video that makes people want to click and find out what you're going to say in this video. You've got to spend time working on that first opening hook and the title of your video and the thumbnail that goes with the video to make it click worthy. If they don't click, they can't watch you and they can't call you and hire you for your services if they never clicked on your video and therefore they don't know who you are. Consistency matters so much more than perfection. I want you to commit to making 10 videos that will probably not be all that great, and they don't have to be. The point of this is that you are going to get more confident. You're going to learn the whole process. You're going to start to figure out, how do I like filming? What do I like saying? Where in my house or my office is it best for me to film? It's more for you to learn what works for you, as well as what your audience seems to like too. It's not about becoming flawless. There are a lot of people in my group that used to be journalists and they were on the 6 o'clock news and they have great experience being in front of the camera. 99.5% of the people in the group do not have any kind of experience like that. And many of them are absolutely killing it with getting views, getting comments, getting leads, getting clients. So don't forget to download my resource, the first 10 steps to a lead generating YouTube channel. And now watch this video next. If you're ready to stop overthinking it and start making videos that have the potential to make YouTube the best source of leads that you've ever had.